which, by the way, I know you don't want to talk. I don't think anyone wants to talk about it. The word marijuana unto itself, people don't want to hear this. They want to legalize it. That'd be the worst thing Trump could ever do is promote marijuana.
Hold on. You said you can only do 30, but I promise I won't keep you the rest of the hour, but do 5 on marijuana.
The word hashish, which is a concentrated form of marijuana, very popular in Europe and the Arabic countries, comes from the Arabic word assassin. The Arabic word assassin is directly related to the word hashish because Arabic assassins...
Hold on. We got to go to break.
But we have all the latest studies in here about the dangers of marijuana. People say, well, you're just pushing alcohol. They don't understand. You don't have to do either of them. You don't have to drink if you don't use marijuana. I'm not suggesting you do. The emergency rooms are filled with people who are committing violent acts against themselves, throwing themselves down staircases. Students, you listen to the ER doctors, filled with people who are going berserk on marijuana. They're going insane. It's particularly dangerous for younger people. Now, it's a topic for another time, Alex. The fact of the matter is there's a lot of danger in THC. People don't know it, but the industry is so vast and so powerful, it's almost impossible to get a message out about it without being accused of pushing alcohol or being a liar. So this is the problem with the media today, Alex. You can hardly say one word about any subject without being attacked because of the special interests involved. And that goes back to Israel. The Gulf states are funding all of the anti-Zionist propaganda, using the left and the right in America to divide the nation, and so is the CCP. I don't understand how the people can't understand that we have international enemies like China, like some of the Gulf states that want to see this country fractured and divided, and they're using any issue they can to divide and fracture us, whether it be Zionism or other things. And talking about marijuana, one last word, it was 2018, it was George Soros, the devil himself, in my opinion, who funded the medical marijuana initiatives in Arizona and California. I was on the radio, I argued with his front men. I said this is the opening the door to legalizing marijuana. They said, no, it isn't, it's just for medical use. I said, bullshit. We went on and on and on. I knew what was going to come. Why would Soros want to dope up a whole nation? For the same reasons the British dumped opium on the Chinese way back in another century to imprison the entire Chinese nation, the entire nation of China. We have been imprisoned by George Soros, the master puppeteer on virtually every level, including the big lie that this drug is not a drug and this drug is benign. We can go on this.
No, I mean, I agree. But when I would warn people 10 years ago about weaponized marijuana and the plan, they would say, oh, you're just, you're not cool. And some people can smoke marijuana and be fine, but it's a large statistic. And now they admit even mainstream news it's causing mass mental illness, suicide, murders. You name it. So what do we do about this? Just educate people?
Well, first, someone better educate Donald Trump very quickly because he's about to jump on the marijuana bandwagon because he thinks it'll be good for the popular vote of the youth. It's not good for the national mental health. I think someone needs to. I've tried to educate Kennedy on herbal medicine, homeopathy, nutrition, closed door, crickets. They don't want to hear from me. And there's a very small group running the Trump administration, like all administrations, Alex. They don't want to hear from outsiders, no matter what our credentials may be. I think we need to reach them on this marijuana issue real fast before they make a grave error.